turned out to be a beautiful night. Let me tell you, I was sweating a little bit earlier, and yeah, I didn't really want to watch the weather, but I tried to avoid that to keep my blood pressure from going crazy, you know, and I just said, if you don't know, St. Cecilia is the patron saint of musicians, and I said, St. Cecilia, we really need this outside. So there were a few drops about 6 o'clock out here, and then it went away. So yay, we're so excited. We're so excited to have the American Legion Post 138 and the Sons of the American Legion here to do our flag retirement ceremony, and that'll be the first part of the concert, and then we'll continue with our part of the concert. We're going to start the concert a little bit differently tonight. We're going to start with your grand old flag and post the colors, and then the Star Spangled Banner will come a little later. So don't think we forgot something. We didn't. It's just a little bit different, so we have to kind of go with the flow. So thank you all for coming again, and we'll get started with your grand old flag.
Please rise for the presentation of the flags of our country by the East High JROTC. Tonight, we gather here for this Flag Day ceremony to honor the symbol of American freedom, the American flag, as we retire her from duty. As long as Americans cherish liberty more than life itself, the Stars and Stripes shall continue to be the enduring banner of the United States of America. Look at her with renewed allegiance, honor her, respect her, and defend her. Please remain standing for the national anthem by Madam Secretary Cindy Golden and the Waterloo Municipal Band.
Great, then. Arms.
Thank you, Cindy. And would you please recite the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Yoder, arm. Left, face. Forward, Hart.
The United States Code stipulates when a U.S. flag is in such condition that is no longer a fitting emblem for display, it should be destroyed in a dignified way, preferably by Byrne. We gather the flags of our country for their final inspection, to be inspected and to be determined no longer serviceable. They may have reached their present state in a proper service of respect, tribute, and in the memory of all who have served America. What we are about to do is an evidence of our utmost respect and undying honor for the flag. Will the flag detail present the flags to be retired for their final inspection? The reading of I Am the Flag will be by Squadron Past Commander Stephan Grimm of the Municipal Band.
I am the flag. I am the flag of the United States of America. My name is Old Glory. I fly atop the world's tallest buildings. I stand watch in America's halls of justice. I fly majestically over institutions of learning. I stand guard with the greatest military power in the world. Look up and see me. I stand for peace, honor, truth, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am confident. I am not arrogant, but I am proud. I am proud. of their fallen son or daughter, I am proud. My name is Old Glory. Long may I wave. Dear God in heaven, long may I wave. Please forward my message to all who still love and respect me, that I may fly proudly for another 200 years.
Thank you, Steve. At this time, I'll call upon Madam Auxiliary President Jean Day for her inspection and recommendation.
Post Commander, since these flags have become unsearchable in the word they cause, I recommend that they be honorably retired from further service.
Thank you, Madam President. At this time, I'll call upon American Legion Post 138 Vice Commander Richard Day for his final inspection report.
We have presented these flags of our country which have been inspected and judged as unserviceable. They have reached their present state in a proper service of tribute, memory, and love. A flag may be a flimsy bit of printed gauze or a beautiful banner of the finest silk. Its intrinsic value may be trifling or great, but its real value is beyond price, for it is a precious symbol of all that our comrades have worked for and lived for and died for. A free nation of free men and women, true to the faith of the past, devoted to the ideals and practice of justice, freedom, and democracy. Let these faded flags of our country be retired and destroyed with respectful and honorable rights, and their places be taken by bright new flags of the same size and kind. And let no grave of our soldier, sailor, marine, or airman dead be unhonored and unmarked.
Thank you, Commander. And at this time, we'll ask Madam Chaplain Donna Reisick for a prayer.
Almighty God, Captain of all hosts and Commander over all, bless and consecrate this present hour. We thank Thee for our country and its flag, and the liberty for which it stands. To clean and purging flame we commit these flags, worn out in worthy service. As they yield their substance to the fire, may Thy holy light spread over and bring to our hearts renewed devotion to God and country. Amen.
This June 14th, fly your flag and take some time to learn something new about it. A poem, a story, or a piece of tribute. And share that with others. Show respect for our flag. I'd like to thank Julie Anderson and the Municipal Band, Waterloo East High JROTC, the members and officers of Post 138, and a special thanks to the men and women who serve and continue to serve this great nation, and to those who have paid the supreme sacrifice. That concludes the flag ceremony, and we'll turn the mic to the Municipal Band for the rest of the evening. May God bless America.
How about one more round of applause for our Legion and our East High Junior ROTC? Thank you very much for joining us this evening. You can be seated if you aren't already. And I am so proud to introduce our portion of the concert. My name is Justin Mertz. I am one of the band directors at UNI, and I am honored to conduct this evening's concert. It's going to be an exciting one. We do have a special guest coming up real soon. But first, we are going to perform our first piece for our solo portion of the concert. And I chose it because coming out of the flag retirement ceremony, something steeped in tradition, I looked toward a band tradition. And the next piece is called the English Folk Song Suite by composer Ralph Vaughan Williams. It was composed in 1923. And it's a real Byrne. No, I shouldn't tell a joke like that, sorry. It was composed in 1923, and Vaughan Williams was a contemporary of another famous wind composer and orchestral composer named Gustav Holst. And both Holst and Vaughan Williams are famous for writing very traditional and long-lived staples of the band repertoire. And they were two of the first composers to treat the band like a serious artistic ensemble. And this piece is full of British and English folk music, and it's very pleasant and very tuneful, and every section of the band just about gets something fun to do. So we're going to perform that for you now. It's in 3 movements, and then after that, I will introduce a special guest that we're very fortunate to have this evening. Thank you. And now we are going to be joined by a very special guest. And I'm going to introduce them, but first I just want to quickly say that organizations like this and events like this, in a wonderful place like this, in a wonderful city, on a beautiful early summer night, are not possible without the support of local leaders. And without people like the Waterloo City Council for their support and our special guests for their support, this performance in this place at this time would be impossible. And we would like to thank and honor someone who has been instrumental, get it, in making sure that the Waterloo Municipal Band is strong and healthy and has a bright future. And it turns out he's a great conductor, so I feel threatened in my job security. Please join us in giving a warm and appreciative welcome to His Honor, the Mayor of Waterloo, Quentin Hart.
Well, I'll tell you, out of any time, he should not be too threatened tonight. But we just want to thank you. We want to thank the entire municipal band. What a treat and an honor we have right here in our local community. They are on point, they're fabulous, they're incredible, and they're everything about what makes us proud as a local community. So could we please give them one more round of applause? And I'm going to try this time, right? So I am, thank you, good sir.
I mean, can't argue with that. I think you should just do the rest of the concert. That was terrific. The next time you're considering what candidate to vote for, ask yourself, yes, that's nice, but can they conduct a band? All right, that was Washington Post by John Philip Sousa, a famous American march. And we're gonna move on to another piece of Americana. when I was choosing the music for this evening, as I mentioned, I had tradition and solemnity on the brain, and this next piece is called The Unknown Soldier. And it's a tribute to the monument in Washington, D.C. in Arlington National Cemetery of the same name, the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. And it has in the middle of it the famous poem In Flanders Field, which is a tribute to the veterans and those who passed away in World War I. And we're very fortunate that reading the poem tonight is one of our own, our baritone saxophone player, a veteran of the U.S. Army, Shawn McVicker, is going to assume the microphone over there, and we will have that in the middle of the piece over taps. And some of the pieces celebratory, some of the pieces solemn, and we hope you enjoy The Unknown Soldier.
In Flanders fields, the poppies blow. Between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky, the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt gone, saw sunset glow. Loved and were loved. And now we lie in Flanders fields.
All right, it's that time when I need some kids down here to help me with the Children's March, or anyone who's young at heart. I could use some help if there's anyone who would like to come down. I really don't want to do it by myself. Okay, while they're thinking about it, I want you to take a look at the upcoming things. Next week, Justin Mertz will be back with us as our conductor, and one of the highlights of that concert will be selections from Wicked, so that'll be great. Then the following week on June 27th is our Bill Shepherd Memorial Concert. That will be amazing. I hope that you can come and hear all the great things that are going to be there. His son-in-law is writing a special piece dedicated just to Bill. And then note that our 4th of July Patriotic Concert is on Wednesday, July 3rd. We're going to practice right before and then do the concert. So we hope to see you here. And then on July 11th is our Taylor Swift sing-along. So we really need some Swifties to come help us sing. I think we have maybe 10 songs or more that we're going to sing. And then we have the Iowa Trombones on the 18th of July and our finale concert with an Irish Fest tribute and guitar soloist on July 25th. So I'd like to also thank the Center for the Arts for helping us with the setup, for Ed, our videographer, Ryan, our photographer, the City of Waterloo, as Justin said, yeah, this wouldn't be possible without all of that, and you here to listen to us, because it wouldn't be any fun to play without having an audience. So we really appreciate you and appreciate those of you that have helped us with some donations. We really love that. So thank you. Bring some more friends. You know, there's plenty of seats. These are not reserved, so you can always come down and sit and join us. So we'd love to have more of you. All right, kids, are you ready? Okay, so we're going to do a march today. Come on over. Don't have quite as many as last week, but that's okay. I love it. We're going to do a march. We're going to do a march by Karl King. Did you know that Karl King was the king of marches and that he lived in Iowa? Go figure. In Iowa. And he played the euphonium. Does anybody know what a euphonium is? Look at the band. Do you think you can find the euphonium? That's kind of a funny name, isn't it? Oh, I see one poking up there. You see that? Kind of looks like a baby tuba, right? You want to hear what it sounds like? Mary, can you play a few notes for us? Okay, all right, so he played the euphonium. Actually, Karl King was born in Ohio and then moved here and directed the Fort Dodge Municipal Band. And, you know, we've been talking about how wonderful it is to have a band in our city. He was instrumental in getting the Iowa band law made a law so that cities could levy a tax to have the band. So that's pretty cool. And he was from Fort Dodge. And guess where our euphonium player is from? Fort Dodge. You're brilliant. How is that ever so cool, right? So we're going to do a march called the Columbian. He actually wrote it in 1912. That's over 100 years ago. He was only like 20-some years old, 21. Okay, and he played in a lot of circus bands. So here we go. We're going to do the Columbian. All right? All right.
Right, we have one more piece before our traditional ending, and it's actually a Russian one. Now just go with me on this. Russian composer Dmitri Shostakovich, early 20th century, very famous orchestral composer. And he was known for very serious music. He was also known for being a real thorn in Stalin's side. And he was less known for doing lighter and comedy kind of music, and there was an opera and a ballet, it was kind of both things depending on how they were doing it, in Russia called Cheremushki. And it was in the 1930s, and it was an opera, only in the Soviet Union could you do this. It was an opera slash ballet that was a comedy about what it was like to secure the best new housing in Moscow by bribing bureaucrats. And this piece is called Galop. It's a very up-tempo, very fast, and it's one of the funniest scenes in the ballet where people are running from side to side in an almost slapstick style, running away from, first they're running toward the bureaucrats to bribe them, then they're running away from the KGB, then they're running away from another set of angry people who aren't getting the good housing that they want, and it's one of those old style back and forth, left to right, very funny. What was not funny was that some of the people involved with writing the ballet were sent to a gulag after it premiered. I wish that was a joke, but it is not. Shostakovich managed to escape that by essentially smooth talking and went on to annoy Stalin and outlive him, so he did have the last laugh. So we hope you enjoy Shostakovich Galop. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. A lovely night it turned out to be, and we're so happy that you were able to be here for the very solemn flag retirement ceremony, for Mayor Hart to join us. We will finish as we always do with the traditional America the Beautiful, and we hope to see you for the rest of the season, as Julie mentioned, for our great music that we'll be able to make this summer. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.